Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you. Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you.
Ragashanti live. Showtime! Me ready.
I Mixup and Blenda time. I'm want to call and talk of the Kings there.
That's the reason I'm done with him, because I see the boy have me and the girl have me with the same Raga.
Hold on, the boy have you and the girl have beard with the same red rock?
Yes. Raga.
Yeah.
Beside the girl with the next side of story about the red Raga. Then people that look at me and say you're Haganiering because the way we are.
Yo, that word they're mad. Haganiering. Haganiering to the flipping world.
Hi. Ragashanti, I the Mixup daddy. Hallelujah. Ragashanti go on and on. Yes, Ragashanti. Now you know how Richie feelings this, right? And you know me have to listen to your program because you talk a crocus bag of things with scandal side of it.
I Mixup and Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
I Mixup and Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
I Mixup and Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
I Mixup and Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Check. Lego. Big up on yourself, people. Big up on yourself in the 90 and thing. Large up on yourself, everybody out there. And thing, I hope on the belly full. I hope on the house clean. I hope on the sheet them clean. I hope on the bathroom clean. I hope on the kitchen clean. I hope your pillow smell good. And a long time sweat in it and thing and make it kind of moldy. Right? I hope your pillow not frownsy. You understand? I hope you not just wash your pillowcase, but you know, take care of the pillow and thing. I hope you sun your pillow for sun more time and thing or whatever. I hope that take care of and all them something there again, me say. I hope your sheet clean. If you did do so, and you did have one wet spot left and thing, and whatever, I want to know, and I always have that problem that, I go sleeping at a wet spot and them something there. I hope that sun out. I hope everything fresh round you. You're surrounded by freshness and cleanliness. Oh, hold on, I make sure so this thing, yeah. Okay, good. Saying, I hope everything is everything and the thing balance out and thing and whatever. So, today now, my phone get heated and things, saying, because like many of you, people are link me and say, yo, you want me to spice, so me do the thing when me always do, me want to hear what them must say. So I say, no, me not hear nothing, Yeah, man, you know, hear what I'm to her, one thing and whatever, and we heart attack. I said, heart attack. I don't hear nothing about that. Yeah, we are here, say Spice, I get surgery. She gone back and get surgery and thing, and in the middle of the surgery, she get heart attack. And well, people, it's because, Cookie, big up yourself, you know, love and blessings, boo. Well, you see, because them have a thing on the internet, see, on social media. Every minute you hear something bust out, say somebody dead. Somebody dead. Only for the person come out and I cuss and I say, yo, no stop bring down dead pan me, you know. Me not dead, man. Me there alive and well. I'll meet up me to 2 times. Right? I'll meet them give it to 2 times. I claim some drop out and I'm gone and thing and whatever. And you see people, you see when Baba Tunde they drop out, me right to the amount of call me get. My answer, Reggae, are you, Lord Jesus God, me there bad, me there bad. Me say, you hear say me dead too? Yes, me hear say you dead. And I'm me mums, and I'm me mama. And Baba Tunde, and somehow them just think say Ragashanti and Baba Tunde. Some people are conflate the 2 persons, them and think. The amount of people call me, and when me answer the phone, then relieve and thing. I mean, you say you're dead. Text and all these things. So, true me, you know, say, social media have that something there, you know. Bad news, them spread bad news fast. Jacqueline Thompson, big up yourself, blessings. Them spread bad news fast, you know, man. I say, boy, me no know, you know. Me no hear nothing now, whatever. And of course, people have a whole heap of other things to say too, and thing, but, you know, people have them opinions. You know, people who, you know, people who believe what they hear, or people who phrased it in the conditional, right? So you have some people believe, and them have some things to say. And they have some people who say, well, if it's true, blah, blah, about plastic surgery and you know, dolly body and you know, people have things to say, right? Me not going on with the people, them have to say. Me not, you know, certain little thing believe alone and whatever, I joke me. Right? So, you know, whatever. Eventually me end up talk to a couple of people and thing and whatever, and them tell me, say, Ray, she good man, she alright. You know, people are speculating about publicity stunt and all them. Me no know, whatever. But me just I tell you, say, from some credible source, whose name will remain unmentioned, but credible indeed, them say, nah, man, she good, you know. Little concerned about this and that, but she alright. She alright and she good. And apparently there was some exaggeration there about what may have occurred to her in terms of what the negative thing might have happened to her. Again, of course, the focus of the news again was that she did somewhere in another country, I get plastic surgery, and while getting, you know, dolly body fix up and them thing there, whatever, she had an heart attack in the surgery. So that are the main thing was spread, but you have a whole heap of other thing was surround that too. You don't know them things that go. People have them opinion, and some people, you know, say them know this and that and whatever. Listen to me, I don't know nothing. I don't know. What I know is, you know, a couple of credible sources say, no, man, she good, she all right. And, you know, apparently there was some exaggeration. So I don't know if it's exaggeration or such and such was said. I do, some of you have said, so, oh, she not say nothing. You don't think it's significant that she not come out and say nothing, cause you know, say, you know, Spice, anytime anything bust and thing them, you know, people are say, she always come clarify. She always go on Instagram and thing and come clarify. And them I say, we don't hear nothing from her. Because, you know, some thing them may diffuse. I mean, I say, no, I can't say this and that and whatever. So one thing where a lot of people are say is Raga, she not come out and say nothing. And the thing spread out there and she must hear and think. Well, that is a logical reasoning, you know. That is a logical reasoning, right? It is more likely than not that Gracie, aka Spice, has already heard of you know, the news and the rumors and the reports of her supposed unfortunate incident, and that this has gone viral somewhat out there, as is usually the case with negative news about prominent people and things. So it is reasonable to assume that she has indeed heard. And then the next step from that is then why has she not you know, why did she not come out and clarify or, you know, make some form of statement to assuage the concerns and the fears of those who care about her. And that too is reasonable. That we have not heard from her yet, I think. I don't know. Perhaps she's not in a condition to do so. Some of you have assumed that it is all strategic because you're going to hear about new song after whatever, and she just want the crowd to be waiting with bated breath. Well, again, we don't know. We don't know if she has really, if even though she's okay, if she had indeed suffered you know, some serious medical issues. We don't know. So I am not going to make any assumption in that regard and thing. But safe to say that at some point we must hear from her, don't it? So given the news that I got in the end that she's okay, make we give thanks for that, no? Right? Let us be thankful for that and think, and you know, and hope for the best for her. Okay? Me I said 10 people dead in a 24 hours at Clarendon. 10 people were killed. Let me put it another way. 10 people were murdered in 24 hours in Clarendon. I don't know if that is true. Again, I don't know, you know, people send me the news them from Jamaica and all these things and whatever. But again, it is my understanding that 10 people have been murdered in just 24 hours in the parish of Clarendon. Of course, that is not speaking about the entire nation of Jamaica and thing, and that is not speaking about the unfortunate fatalities that occurred outside of the 24 hours also. Why Jamaica? I mean, what me I gonna say? What me I gonna say we never said before? You understand? And then what would be the purpose of saying it? You know? Aye, boy. But condolences to the relatives of the deceased. And boy, we can just keep pressing on. Life goes on, no? And hope for the best and hope for improvement. But just a reminder, hope alone never changes anything. I know Jesse Jackson made the phrase famous, keep hope alive. And hope is powerful because hope is anathema. You know, hope is, you know, hope attacks surrender and giving up, right? So once you have hope, there, you know, you have the potential, you know, to change something that is unpleasant, something that is bad, something that is awful, something that is horrific. You have the potential to change that into something better, right? So hope is good, but hope, again, hope not solve problem. Hope help to establish the foundation for your solve problem, but hope never has and never will solve problem. It's some form of action and for do that and thing. All right, Diva Frisky, big up yourself. So, and again, you know, it's not just the government or you know, or the powerful stakeholders in the country and whatever who going figure out how to solve this problem, though they indeed have a role to play if we're going to turn around this thing in the country and think, yes, and it is their responsibility and obligation to do so, given the respective portfolios they inhabit. But nonetheless, them alone can't do it and thing. But again, unfortunately, you know, and I mean this across the board, you know, despite the complainants and the blaming and the thing and the blaming dancehall and all these things and whatever, the blamers themselves, the one them who love to scapegoat others and blame them for much of them, you know, that which maligns the country. They themselves have never come up with, you know, a solution, you know, to address Jamaica's crime problem and thing, which is categorically complex, you know, multi-layered in its complexity and whatever. When you start talking about culture and psychology, when you talk about the psychocultural properties of, you know, the collective who engage in these type of violence and why they see that as a root and whatever. Also with the material circumstances, yeah, you know, in terms of where the gun them come from and what. But when you talk about that, like, you know, the psychological properties and whatever, they have been woefully inadequate in you know, diagnosing, understanding, and being able to generate prescription or solutions. So the same people who you hear love self-righteously blame dancehall and all them, they have never come up with an effective solution, you know, for, you know, this particular problem, Jamaica's crime problem. And they have been quite negligent also in you know, having the necessary will and determination to deal with it in a definitive way, because the people who it affecting is people of low value in the Jamaican culture, low value people and thing. And I say, I have seen it happen before. When it reach high value people, them people are always a ball out about what needs to be done when it reach for them high value circle. But for the most part, you know, going up for them circles. So I'll hear them attack, you know, not pay them no mind, because the truth is, they don't care. They don't care. It's nothing like a deliberate way, like them want people for dead. Them want innocent Jamaican for dead. Not in that way, but they don't care in a negligent way, where they don't have to care. And them have for them family for feed, and them have them stocks to make money, and them have them this for do, and them have them social hierarchy for negotiate, and them have them, you know, them busy. So in a negligent way, they don't care because they don't need to care. And so it is that Jamaica continues in this. I don't even want to use no cliche about no downward spiral and all these things and whatever, because all of that not make sense. But Clarendon, if I saw it really go, right, is a text me get 10 people murdered in 24 hours. Damn, man. Aye, boy. One thing after the other and thing like that. So what do you mean that talk about chimney and thing and whatever and people and lady up here, you know, she tell me, say, when she came to America 22 years ago, she said she was in her 40s and she came to America 22 years ago. And she said when she come up America, she did bring fear enamel chimney come America, and she said she still have it. Now she's in her 60s, and she said she still have her chimney, and she still use her chimney where she bring from Jamaica. Imagine you are traveling, you come good foreign. You come a bossy foreign. You come a big foreign. You know, I got little foreign. You know, we Jamaicans, we have We say a little foreign, you go a big foreign. Yeah, come a big foreign. Big foreign she come. And the woman bring her chimney with her. And you and Raga chip up to it, see? And me like her. Mommy say, oh, it chimney come with me. Me and the chimney go through this and that. The chimney travel with me. That chimney go see plane. That chimney go see cool. That chimney go. Oh, you pronounce her name there? C-E? C, I don't know. I said Diva Frisky and I said C. Good night to the people and things. Bless up on the yo, I wonder how she pack it chimney. She pack it chimney. Me I wonder if she pack it chimney in one suitcase and sitting. I hope she never put nothing, you know, when nothing go in a chimney, you know, because you don't know, you know. I hope she never put nothing in a chimney, you know. Right? So big up a Jamaican dog, them where they go Canada. The people them did send for and go Canada. And thing. And big up that lady there who bring up her chimney. People who not do that if you have like a beloved chimney where it serve you and love. You see all the woman you know, the way me deep with all them something, you know. The way me deep, the way my mind work, you know. You see all the woman you know. And somebody like she would have one day with, you know. Because a lady like that, she's got to be loyal, you know, man. A lady like that, you know, she has to be one of those people who value certain intangibles in people, you know, where, you know, it's not material, it's not something you can't touch, it's not literal, it's not physical. And what. She has to be one of them who value, you know, good qualities. All a woman like she, you know, you do anything for her, you know, because you know she not going to be ungrateful, you know. Yes, man. Any woman who I travel for the first time, you migrate from Jamaica come America, and you say to yourself, say, I'm not leaving my chimney. This chimney has been here with me and I don't care what nobody wants, and my chimney and fly with me. I don't know if them here Jamaica did steal about 22 years ago. I don't know. I don't know what she come about. And I said, oh, American Airlines here, Jamaica, JetBlue, I don't care. Even if I did fly Jamaica. And she said, the chimney come with me. She has got to be a good woman. It's a good woman that nobody can tell me, say, a big woman, you know, right? She's a big woman for me. She in her late 60s now. I saw it go, yeah, in them time. And thing and whatever. But what may I say? She has got to be a good woman. I them look at something enough to pay attention to one another. Suss out of somebody and meds them and, you know, I generate a look a personality profile of somebody and they figure out if this person is a good person or but them something they want to pay attention to. Right? Is a good woman that the woman they know you do fear when you come on some hard times and whatever. She never left you out, she hold it with you. Right? That chimney woman right there. That woman who travel with her chip up chimney come America and keep that chip up chimney. 22 years she keep that chip up chimney. Yeah, 22. 22 years she I remember she have it before, you know, but at 22 years she there, right? And she keep that. That is a loyal woman. That is a grateful woman. That is a woman who don't look down upon people because they may be disenfranchised in certain way, or they made them clothes may not too wonderful, or them shoes are big bread, you understand, or them brief waist, or them panty waist, chamba and tear, or whatever, you know, or them armpit, them t-shirt, you know, them armpit have sweat steer. That is a woman who not gonna look down upon nobody like that. You understand, is a good woman that. Any woman who travel with a loyal chimney come a foreign and make chimney come live big life a foreign too. You understand? 22 years the Chimmy a galang up here and things are going for it. That Chimmy survived several presidencies and all these things and whatever and thing. That Chimmy must be living a glorious life. Right? That Chimmy see snow, the Chimmy see autumn, the Chimmy see spring, summer, the seasons. That Chimmy lives on life better than enough people who are hype out there. And big up the Chimmy too. You understand? He's a good woman that. Is a good woman that. So one of the ways to judge people and think, to determine if they're nice or if they're not nice, or to discern, the qualities they possess, the traits that constitute their personalities, and that, invariably will lead to their conduct. Watch them on them deal with them Chimmy, right? If them underrate them Chimmy and don't deal with them Chimmy good and thing, give them the side eye. Give them the side eye. Anybody who you say ungrateful to them little Chimmy, ungrateful to them Peel, ungrateful. Remember Peel, me I tell you about Peel what there. Ungrateful to them little things them where them used to. Anybody who you see run from them past where them come from. Anybody who run from the board where they used to use in them tenement yard. Anybody who run from the base where they used to tidy in anybody who run from the facts and they used to use couscous and brute and all these things and whatever and anybody who run from the cheap deodorant and perfume where they used to use and I forget about it and I go on like send them a hype over it, and anybody who run from the little coal stove, anybody who run from the Kelvinator furniture where them did have and the home electrics furniture where them did have back in the day and thing, anybody, hey, what Raga say? Me's a coal stove man, Yeah, man, when I want to humble myself, I might look a symbol that me remember, coal stove. And give thanks to coal stove because of that feed me. When we live out west, and my mother said we go buy coal down a grass yard. And we go down a Spanish Town Road and go grass yard, go buy coal and come up and things like that and whatever. If you see somebody who deny them roots in that sense there, and I go on highfalutin, like them arrive right now, and them engage in rhetoric and conduct, behavior, that suggests or in their world demonstrate them to be of high society and giving them the authority to demean others who they determine are not on their levels and think, run with them clot. You know why involved with them, the people, You understand? So big up all of the Chimmy loyalists them out there. Big up all of the Chimmy loyalists them out there. Big up all of the Bull and Peer people them out there, large up on the set. Big up all of the Red Herring people them out there. Big up on the cell, my dashing people, my quokka people, my chocha people and all them something that big up on the cell. All right? All right. Well, we'll break right now. When we come back, we'll go to the phone line. The number is 876-676-4996 from Jamaica. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. If you're calling from the United States or Canada, talking about Canada, Canada said them need 5. May I read something? Jamaica Observer headline. Canada said them need 500,000 people every year for a month. You didn't see it, Prezi? That's 500,000 people them need in the car. A lot of these developed nations, Prezi, they are projected to not have enough people, to supply their workforce, and they're aging out. Italy just elected, a person who is considered a fascist because it's a fascist party, and basically because Italy is on one of the southern countries of Europe. The people them who come from Africa and want to get up in Europe, them come through places like Greece and Italy and them things that they get up in Europe. So there's this big anti-immigrant thing going on in Italy, i.e. them don't want black people to come in our country and whatever. So them elect one party right now who said them are going to fling out every clot. Simultaneously, Italy is underpopulated. There are a lot of towns across Italy who appear people for move come living at the town. And the thing I joke me I make. There are a lot of towns across Italy. They're paying people. Them appear people for come living at the town because them don't have nobody to keep the town them going, and the town them have become deserted and what. They don't have enough people. People the same United States where you hear the, and whatever this and that and this and the United States is presently below the percentage of people that the country needs to sustain the workforce for its economy. The United States need more people, you know. But them are certain people them want. Like what Ringy did say when he was president. Ringy said, we don't want anybody from these SHIT whole countries. We want people from countries like Norway. And it's interesting that he chose Norway, because Norway is one of the Scandinavian countries where you have the bluntest people and thing. I mean, you have them over in certain parts of Russia too, and whatever, and thing. But Norway is one of the Scandinavian countries that has long been known to have what you call Aryan purity. So if you know a lot of racist people, them call themselves Aryan nation and them Adolf Hitler and whatever and thing like that. And then remember, you know, Ringy father was a card-carrying member of the racist organization, the Ku Klux Klan. So it's not by accident that them pick Norway. Because them say Norway is where you find white purity. So at this of them say them want people to come from. So them need people. So Canada need a whole heap of people and whatever and thing like that. So Canada bring in the people them do and thing. Interesting thing what I want. So people all kind of program out the phone to go Canada, you know, to go check them out. Me have enough friend, former students and thing who live at Canada right now because them access the program them and them getting up there and them a live nice a life now and all these things and so forth. You know, perfect, but them a deal with them thing and whatever. Eh? Canada the thing there. For certain little movements make. You see it? Anyway, we're going to break. We're soon forward.
It's the Bridge 99 FM.
How you deal with?
Gonna leave.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Once a big respect to Tony Fox and thing, me see and whatever. Tony Fox, you are one of them. I can see you a juggle with your chimney, you know, for a long while. Yeah. Big up yourself, Fox and thing. People, the number is 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. Carlene, we don't want Carlene about anything. I don't want Carlene about and thing. In the late night, yeah? And sitting and make we hear what going down. All right? Phone line open. Oh, and again, if you're calling from the United States or Canada, the number is 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. 888-546-874. What is that now? No, man, Jamaicans are really not talk about World Series, you know, about baseball, you know. Well, a lot of them American sport thing them take off of Jamaica, you know. I realize I know that American football, you know, definitely take off down there. It's a big thing in Jamaica, right? And a lot of Jamaicans have their favorite American football team, which is a sport I don't even know why they call it football, because the foot really touch the ball and whatever. They should call it body ball as far as I'm concerned, but that is what they call it up here. Of course, for we know what is football, which is soccer and things like that. But a lot of Jamaicans have them team up here, man, and so talking about soccer, people, when I realized that the World Cup are come this summer, and it's like, you know, I don't even hear like a vibe about it and thing. You know, when I hear a great anticipation about it and which I find interesting. But my question is probably it will build up by next year start. Good night, Carla. Wagwan.
Good night to you, Raga.
And good night to you too. Then why are you giggling so joyously? What's going on?
This is Carlene, the original dancehall queen.
We Carlene, wagwan, my friend. Wagwan.
Nothing, my baby, nothing. Miss you. I listen every night, by the way. Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. Yeah, because you know I'm also on the bridge.
No, but if you listen and you hear me, I tell them, so make sure they listen, make sure them listen, my friend. On Tuesday night in the same time slot, right? Yes, and sitting and talk up or something them unapologetically because you know you're not afraid to talk where you want to talk and all these things and things and whatever.
Yes.
But I'm glad you called. But hold on, I hear me. But I'm glad you called and come on and ask you something.
No. I call about the murders that's taking place. So actually 10 persons were shot in Clarendon in the last 24 hours.
Well, is it shot or killed?
No. 10 people were shot and 8 was murdered.
In Clarendon?
Yeah, they say actually more than 10, but 10 reported shot and 8 was murdered.
Oh my
8
God.
died.
Yeah.
This is fact. So because I heard you talking about it, I said, no, let me give you the full scoop on it. It's
right.
fact.
Okay, no, well, I appreciate. Well, I had a bit of a clarification there, obviously, because I was told 10 died, but you're saying 10 were shot, and of the 10,
over 10.
8,
over 10.
Over 10.
You said exactly over 10, but
right.
8 died.
8 died and whatever. But that is still in 24 hours in one parish. One parish.
In one parish, and then there was 6 in Gregory Park in the last 2 days.
What do you mean 6 in Gregory Park? What do you mean?
6 was murdered.
Well, people, and for those of you listening up here, Gregory Park is not a parish, Gregory Park is just a little town in
St. Catherine. Mm-hmm.
So 6 people dead in a Gregory Park in 2 days?
Right. And then in Shooters Hill, which has not made the news, 4 has been murdered. I heard 6 that got shot, but 4 died. I actually know 2 of the persons. And it has not made the news.
And it don't make the news?
No.
And when me did that from media, Jamaica, whatever, enough time things happen and them not make the news. And we are saying, oh, when I hear about this, it just not make the news. It just...
Right, because, they don't have that much news reporters. And I don't think the police we have that much police to can keep up with all the crime is happening down here.
Yeah, no. And you know what is sad? I don't want you to go there, Don't go there with me. Because I don't want to take shit from you. They can't beat me when they want, but I don't want to take... The truth is, hold on.
Jamaica.
Well, some of them
breast
turn
big,
already.
Back small, breast big.
Where's the back small and breast big, don't?
Breast big.
That's what I like, No, but what I'm saying is the undeniable truth, whether you want, some people are uncomfortable with it. Irrespective of which political party, irrespective of who in the private sector or whatever, irrespective of what, all these bright people over all these years who have had so much to say about against others who they think are contributing to criminality in Jamaica, they themselves have never been able to generate a solution to the crime problem in Jamaica.
Truly, and you know this, until it reached close to somebody of so-called importance, because we're all important, but not to certain people.
Well, you heard I mentioned that point, and I don't want to call certain
yes,
name
I
because
did.
and I'm going to call certain name when I did see what happened. I'm going to think I pick on them, which is not my point.
No.
Which is not the point. It's not the point. Right?
Most persons who are being killed is in certain society, 1, certain demographic, 2, certain caliber of people, 3.
Exactly.
So until it, as we're going to say, I'm hoping that you and I would always have a space here where, because of who we are, we might get away with something, meaning we're at somewhere and then say, run.
Right,
and then
right.
shoot up the place, hopefully.
Right.
No, a lot of the new generation, not taking any talk from nobody, because they can't even speak themselves. So they don't even know who Raga and Carlene is, so they might go to shoot.
Exactly,
right?
exactly,
That's
exactly,
one.
yeah.
But most times, a crime is committed, somebody knows. And as you said earlier on, stop leaving it only to the head that be. We have, as citizens, obligation to each other. But what that happens with Raga is the same people who are set to protect and guide us is the same persons who are telling who said what. So nobody wants to speak and then be killed for it.
Exactly. I remember, what was telling for me years ago, I'm going to fix up this, all right? Years ago, there was a certain policeman, a SSP.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, and this is abbreviated. This is going to be severely edited, right? Just for certain reasons, which will be obvious when we say. And then this SSP was put in charge of basically a wiretapping initiative, which them said,
right.
This going to really make you find out who I do what, right? And wiretapping work, right? You listen to somebody's phone, the phone that the person that talk to somebody, you go over this and you tap that one, that one that talk. So anyway, with some brouhaha, this initiative was launched, and it was again, managed by, this particular SSP, right? And then when the wiretapping are go on, no, and it a go where it a go. Apparently, it go where some people never wanted to go. So somebody go tell somebody say, Bossy, you come up in the thing, and the person must go say, what you mean me come up in, or me come up in the thing, and whatever. Cut long story short, apparently it was the matter was brought. That person now contacted, people who are run the country. I will just put it that way there.
Right.
And when the people who are run the country here, them ask about the person now, so what on? Oh, so and so whatever. So apparently now the SSP and the police them say, then now why you tap on there so it lead? Or over there so it lead. So them shut it down?
Exactly. Because too much people going to be exposed.
Well, them shut it down, and then with the SSP he famously said, listening, he famously said, Jamaica can solve its crime problem. It's just a question of will. And what he meant is that, the reason why I mention it tie into where me and you there as a writer, And hear them get up every day and a chat about dancehall and the music and this and that and whatever and way and all them things and whatever. Long time we hear them. Well, a long time we hear them. So. But what he was saying is, they know how to solve the thing, But it not affect who, the powerful people and whatever. So them can come up with these like minimalist, ineffective solutions and whatever, as long as it not touch over so and so and so and so and so and so. But what I must say is, it's a question of will. If them really want to do it, if them have the will to do it, them can do it. So basically, I say, them don't want to do it. Them really don't want to do what them have to do to solve the problem.
I don't think they do. Because remember now, guns and ammunition cost a lot here.
And it make a Jamaica, don't?
No, none at all.
Yes,
so how does it get here and get away with it? One, whoever sending it and receiving it and issuing it has to have money. So the common person or the young little boys where still their school at talk about them or wear guard ring cannot afford a gun. So it must be given to them from
Carlene. So tell me something. I have something else to ask you, Dwayne, because I think you are qualified to answer this question, and you have never been bashful. I mean, I have to worry about what you say, oh, you're going to talk on radio. If to be forthright, candid, blunt, to the point, I'm still not have to worry about what you're going to say on radio, because you're used to radio and media. But tell me something. It is my opinion that Jamaica has undergone, it is my conclusion, it's not even an opinion, that Jamaica has undergone a radical sexual revolution right, over the last 20 years, like radical, like sex and enjoying sex and what people are doing as sex, has gone through massive changes in Jamaica. But based on the foolishness where the people, the residues of our hypocritical colonial past, where you're supposed to involve in this and that, but you must not talk about it. Don't talk about it. These things have not been dealt with in the public sphere. It has not been dealt with in the media. People don't talk about it and whatever. So everything, most of what gone, it has gone outside of official circles, because Jamaica is still a society where you're not supposed to have a frank discussion about these things and whatever. So there is so much going on, and people are learning through trial and error, and it's impacting relationships, it's impacting religion, it's impacting school, work, and so forth. And this sexual revolution has permeated so many areas of cultural life in Jamaica. So what I want to ask you, one, am I correct in my conclusion? And then two, how do you think those changes are? What are some of those changes that Jamaica has undergone within the sexual realm?
One, you're correct.
Okay.
In your thoughts and thinking and putting it there. Two, hypocrites. And that's always going to stand out first. Hypocrites.
Right.
So they pretend to not know or doing or want to be done or done to. And so they have so much secrets in themselves. They're assuming people will see it if it's discussed public. So everything that we've been said to be a homophobic country, that's not true. We've been said that oral sex is not done. That's not true. It's only done from women to men, but not men to women. Not true.
Definitely not true.
And there are certain things that they'll tell you, don't buy certain toys because so and so and so, while they're selling them and have them for themselves. They were bringing them in long before there were stores for this. And I don't know if you remember, back in the 90s, when I was very young, there was about 3 mega sex toy store in Norbrook.
No, it was a thing. There was this thing amongst uptown. This spread after a while, but it was uptown people who bust this thing about. It's like people selling it, but they have these like parties, which is weird. It's like a little expo, and them explain the toy and what you can do with it.
Oh no, there was sex toy shops.
No, but I'm saying even before the shops, I remember when there was this thing where a them bust the thing where you have what they call it again. It's like
how to use a condom.
And the toys though, and the whole notion of toys and whatever.
Those are toys. Those were toys. Or are you demonstrating? You can't just tell them. You never have to bring in the stuff to show anybody. But a lot of it, this. You live there. You leave in a peace, and they're still not going to let you be in peace, because as long as you sweep everything that they don't want to discuss under the rug, they feel like you're a bad apple.
If you were to make a rough estimate and think, what percentage of Jamaicans you think right now engaging in what we call swiping and thing, but oral sex, or to use their terms, cunnilingus, that is on the vagina, or fellatio
96%.
on the what you just say?
96%.
Wait, my first question, did you pick 96% deliberately because you flip it, you get 69%? Why you say? You said 96%. You, Carlene, suppose somebody listen and say, no, that you got to be exaggerating. Why is she? What? 96% of Jamaica engaging in oral sex right now?
So remember, Ragam, the first sex symbol out of Jamaica.
Right.
Let's place that. So I'm not talking of hearsay. And I don't care if a man say he'll do something and I didn't give him the opportunity to do it. That don't mean he wouldn't do it.
Right.
If you tell me you got thief my watch, but I never gave you my hand for you to get the watch, that don't mean if I did, you wouldn't take it. So when they used to approach me back in the 90s,
right,
it was about oral sex. It was never to the other part,
Right.
it was that I wanted
90s.
to like you.
And when you say
90s.
they used to, when in the 90s, where regularly them come and want to swipe you and want to give you oral sex and these things. And this was across the board. Was it like from was it a small amount of the
No,
people
it's
who
across
look
the
you?
board.
Across
It's
the board?
Across the board. Yeah, because the first question or to me was, I look like something to eat.
Lord
How you
Jesus.
read that? If, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've gone into ghetto communities where I was surprised to hear that conversation being
Bad
said
man
to
and
me. I was
gangster
like,
and thing, and the first thing them want to do is nyam your way down.
gangster, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, whoa.
When
between me and you, that's the next thing that comes to that. It's between me and you.
Oh, what that the man them said, no?
Yeah, between me and you.
Well,
And I would laugh and leave.
well, you know, for almost 10 years, I had probably the most famous sexual out there, right? And there's several recordings out there that have gone viral and things, which I'm sure you have. But again, Altar was a sex entertainment talk show for Jamaicans to speak freely about matters related to sex and whatever in a humorous and relaxed way and whatever. And Lord, did we learn about what is really going on in Jamaica. Carlene, one of the famous Altar that mix up, this woman I say she have a little gunman, gunman when she there with, proper gunman and thing. And one I time them a do so because she give him blowjob, But him no do so and so. So one night time them a kiss up, so she just kind of push down him head, and then she go suggest to him like, take a look at troops are fighting or whatever. And she said the general get bringling and while her up and say, hey girl, this year disrespect bad man and thing. I ground you want ground. Hey girl, you come to me with them thing again, me shot in your foot. And she said the dog going wicked in a Carlene. And she catch her afraid and think say, I'm going to shoot her, And she clutch and think and whatever. And she just knows that she never, ever going to bring that up to him again. She said, but more than a year later, Carlene, a year later, she said one day them are going to do them regular thing. And she said, boss, she just draw her, go right at the edge of the bed. Right? And she said, which part, our bottom, they're basically near to the edge of the bed. Mm-hmm. So she has said, boy, some style, I'm going to give her now, like, I'm going to stand up at the bedside and put up her leg them and send it up on her.
Over and shoulder.
And she said, she just say, boss, she goes so. And kind of, him kneel down.
Right.
So she said, when him kneel down, she can't, but she flat on her back, but her foot, bend her knee, come over the bed.
Yeah,
so she said she kind of, so she kind of raise up her head, I kind of look like, I want to go on, and she said, him take out him gun and put it beside her on the bed, right? Mm-hmm. And him gun there beside, she look on the gun, but she said she never scared her none, because, him not left him gun and trash, whatever. So she said the gun there beside her. And then she said, now, a general put him on under the bed, Carlene. And she said, she see the dog come up with a tin of Betty milk. It open already, the tin of Betty milk open, A tin of Betty milk open. So say open it and put it under the bread. The general prepare him thing, this is a big deal, when you prepare like a surprise for your lady. And she said the general just, the general raise up her leg them, man. And him just raise up it in a Betty milk, because when she said, when it cut with two hole, right? Like, in a really cut go right round, that look weird, like, you use the back open. Exactly.
Yeah.
So she said the two hole there, And she said the general just look on the gun and look on her and say, you see, if you ever tell anybody when me I'm going to do right now, I'm dead, you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Dead, you're dead. And she said the general just go so chops and chop like a condensed milk right in the thing, you know, man. And sweeten up him thing, you know, man. The gangster. She said the gangster just go so and touch a Betty milk and just drop like a milk and the chops right in her chun, you know. And she said the gangster just put on it in her milk and get to work, you know. Me don't know. He look like somebody must tell him, say, you know, say it have a look of salt content, you know, so you may want to be. Yeah, you may want to watch your blood pressure a little bit, you know. See if you get like a milk and kind of.
Listen.
Yeah.
96% women said they've gotten it done to them. So what? 4%
No.
wanna eat so much?
Well, one of my big thing at Jamaica, you know, when me had the comedy, you know. Right. And you know, it's funny. You don't even have to say what it is, you know. This is what me used to do now. I used to say, yo, ladies, all I want who get it done to, you know, we have and make some noise. Me not say I want, you know. Me not say I want, you know. You just see the woman them. Yeah! Be nice. I'm say, all right, put on the hand. I'm say, all right, all man who do it, we have and fire some shot. Yo, Raga, your love keep up there free, man.
Yeah.
So I'm say, yo, somebody a tell lie. Somebody a tell lie.
Our 4% man eat a lot.
Oh, that go? Oh, that go?
96% women said them have it done. So it's only 4% a man eat 96% of women.
But what if a woman eat the woman? Well, the man, the woman. No, but you see, because one of the things I explained, and this is from I was at UA, I told them that the oral sex phenomenon, which is part of the sexual revolution, that it actually went through stages. And some of them not young enough to understand. You know this, you know.
Right.
When me I try to tell them, say, the homophobia were in a dancehall where you hear, you know, the derogatory term, Batman for dead, that term there. I'm trying to let them know that there was a time, you know, where who sucked this or who, it was the same thing. It was viewed as the same thing that them for dead too. Right? So if any sucking or any homosexual thing, them for dead. And it was
that was no.
It was the same thing. And then, interestingly, the sucking part, it kind of moved where, and it reached a point where I don't do it, but it was okay if you say your friend do it. I don't know if you remember that phase there, right? So me yeah, go on.
The phase came when it was okay for the women to do it to
no,
the men.
Well, I want to reach this yet, man. No, man, it got to a phase first where it was okay because it wasn't even okay if I say, you know, somebody would do it, you know, at one point, you know, because it was so bad, yeah, because and you say you're going to know somebody would do it, a gunshot and thing, but dead and thing, and fire burn. Can't eat out of your plate and you spar with people who do them something and whatever. Yeah, but then it reached a point where it was okay to say, no, me have a friend who do it, you know, me have some brethren who do it, or so and so do it, but me not do it and whatever. You know people who do it. And then it left from there, so now it got to a phase where the phase after that, not me correct myself, the phase after that was we still kill the gay people them, right?
Right.
But we not have to kill the people them who are do the sucking, right?
Yeah.
And then it moved from we not have to kill them to me know somebody who do it. And then it went into this interesting phase. I don't know if you remember this phase where everybody I get it, you know, but nobody now get it.
Exactly.
I get it done to me, but I don't do it.
It's still in that phase.
No, Carlene, it gone out of the phase. I want material.
Oh, it has?
What?
A few scrupulous people who have no consequences to society can do it.
Carlene, a whole heap of Jamaican now own up that and them not shame. I want me to take, you know this. That it gone in a phase now where, you know, where people are demand it now and them very open with it. No, I can't do with you. Carlene, listen to this. No, hear that mix up here. You people who listen to them know that mix up here. One woman, she did up here, right? And when she did it at Jamaica, she and her man, it was a Rasta man and thing. And then she come up to her family. But she and him there for years and him they hold it with her and whatever. So the plan was now, so she forgot marry him and bring him up, right? So that was the plan.
Right,
so after
right.
she come up here and she did up here for a while and set up herself and whatever, and she became a nurse and thing and just doing real well. This was in Florida she was. So she got on and she married him. And then she bring him up. After him come up and thing, she take care of everything, pay for everything. She sit him down and she said, we have to have a talk, And she said, some up here now and me get into this thing where this oral sex thing and me not see nothing wrong with it. But me know you not like it. And me know you burn it out and thing, but me reach a point now, she explained to him, she reach a point now where she said she really can't be in a relationship without it because she not see nothing wrong with it and things. So she said, me want to know if you'd be open for at least, try it. If you don't want to do it right now, like take some time. And the man reel up on her and make a bag of noise and all these things and say him nah do it and whatever. And at the time she said, make we talk about it another time. So she talked to him about it several times. Until him say him don't want to talk about it no more. Him nah do that and she come up here and make, the white man them thing come broke you out in them nastiness and him talk about a bag of thing. And then she quietly tell him, and the point me I make, you have some people them just say, them if you're in a relationship, okay, you go here where I go and we them that serious about it. So she tell him, say, all right, here I go on. This now go work. So I said, why you bring me up first? She said, because I made a promise to you. I thought about it. I didn't want to bring it up to you first. And then you go say, oh, me bring up that because me never did want you to bring you up and whatever. Me know say you go say no. So she said, no, me I make sure me bring you up first. Then if you want to go back, you go back. What you want to do, because me I make sure say me fulfill my part of the agreement. Right? Yeah. And say he reached a point where him did in the house and thing and them go on until after a while she said no, she have to live. And say he reached a point where she have a man come at the house to her come give her a look of swiping and thing and give her a look of slurpings and them something there. And the man in the downstairs, she the upstairs with the man walk past him all in the living room, go up there, go swipe up a woman and whatever and ray. And him did I go back to Jamaica, and him brethren say, I want me to you, man. Just clutch, man. If you move out, I come stay by me sometime until you figure out what you do or whatever and thing. And I'm brethren make him stay and him eventually move out and whatever. But the point I'm making is, there's a lot of people out there that they're saying like, if you not do it or whatever, my partner not do it, them not going in a relationship with them.
And so clear it up from the start. Don't wait till we're in there.
Exactly.
And then tell me you only like oral sex and then Mr. Mina go down on you or whatever. And then you want make we choose it from the beginning. So listen, this is how I like it. So if you're not interested, let's move on. And then don't tell me yes, you're going to do it on every night. Now wait when.
But Carlene, what is your response to the people who say, but that is total nastiness and slackness, man, and that is why the country going down. And yeah, some people, them they associate everything with that, and that is why we have the crime rate because bring the devil in our household and a Satan. What you have to say to the people who are saying nastiness and them something? What is your response?
My response is you need to get some fat, juicy, clean coochie where you can't help but go down on it. What smell like mango and peach and pineapple?
What you say? What smell like what? What smell like what?
Mango and
peach and pineapple. Listen to me, the Carlene Dancehall queen. What you say? They need to get some fat, juicy coochie, some pretty fat, juicy coochie. What tastes like East Indian mango,
the rose where they must sell now.
Yeah.
East Indian. peach, apple, and pineapple. Mango, peach, and pineapple in one. You ever
So
smell that yet?
those fruits are deliberately chosen. Mango, peach, and those are all very sweet fruits. Sweet.
When you get the ones where sweet, it's not all of them salty. I'm telling you, no.
Where you say,
all of them salty.
So this whole thing I said, that's the whole of them salty. Where you say, some of them, where you say some juju taste like mango, some taste like peach, and some taste like pineapple.
And some taste like all the above in one.
So you know,
Exactly.
hold on.
What.
So look a combination. So one is like a fruit salad.
It's a fruit basket. A full fruit basket. You ever get your basket yet, Raga? You just want here because you know something in there where you're interested in?
No, all of the fruit nice. The grape sweet, the mango sweet.
No grapes.
What?
You don't want nothing around.
What you don't want nothing around?
Pineapple.
Oh, okay. Okay. Carlene, you're killing me. So what
and then we stop go against it.
Yeah, then we stop go against it and thing. So basically you're saying it's not that bad then. It's not that bad then, is it?
It's not bad, it's excellent.
It's excellent to eat a little chun chun.
A little cookie.
Okay.
Especially if they hear them straight.
No, okay, hold on. We're going in a dip. Because I have read that that bald is the thing right now. That bald is the thing. Right?
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. But I'm saying I'm certain you've seen somewhere just up at the top of that nice, you know, when you have the hair one like mine.
Some interesting designs and cut down. Yes.
So when little gray start, you just blonde it.
Why? But Carlene, this thing I know when them say like the ladies must eat a lot of pineapple, especially because that make the juju taste good. Is that true? Is that true?
It is true. You're a doctor. We are that kind. You know it is true.
Well, because remember, no, I'm a social scientist. I'm Dr. Stewart, but I'm an anthropologist. I'm not a medical doctor.
Makes it even better. It's not medical, but it's still a doctor. Right. You have read and known.
Right.
Certain level of.
No, but you're teaching me now, you know. You're teaching me. I broke me out now.
Yeah. Pineapple.
Yeah. Pineapple. Yeah.
Pineapple and watermelon is actually two of the most aphrodisiac fruits.
Right. Oh,
and
okay.
with the enzyme that's in the pineapple, those juki prickle, not just there for no reason. Oh. So the fruit is so protected and soaked in with nutrients. It comes through the bloodstream.
Well,
quicker.
Let's just hold on, but let's be clear. Your diet, influences your odor. It influences, what you give off and things. So that is standard, irrespective of whatever stuff. So what you're saying, if somebody eat certain fruits, and if they eat a steady diet of fruits, it's going to impact.
And if you don't eat meat, you're even sweeter. Yeah, you don't take dairy products. Oh my God, you're even more sticky.
Oh wow, really?
Yes.
Okay. So the people,
the liquid crystal clear. 116 kept good. And that's the word that is going to be in his mustache.
God, I'm dying, right? No, but sometimes I say something and some people upset at me. I say, but what if everybody in Parliament been doing this now? Wait a second, you mean like, and they will call a name and be like, hell yeah. I say, what if your pastors and your ministers? Yeah, go on.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
First of all, certain men after a certain age need a push start. And what's the push start? To go down on a woman. Let's be real. So enough for them old man, they will sit down up in a parliament, better get it together.
Okay,
all right?
Okay.
You know this. A lot of men, that's why they will take a younger girl, because it needs a little push start.
Right.
And usually, oral sex is one of the, especially if the girl enjoying it, and get wild. the dead raise little bit.
Okay.
And that's,
So the
and
men,
sometimes that's all they
we have a
need.
call him named Puss. And Puss always I say, well, I have a little delay problem at my age, you know. So you're saying
Exactly.
when the men they have a little delay problem in getting their instrument up, you know, one of the ways in which they can trigger and stimulate, you know, the tool, you know, to be a little bit more responsive, you know, is to engage in these oral
She
exercises.
could have got on him till thy kingdom come.
Yeah.
The got on her is all that it takes.
Oh.
And enough of them have to go down on her or go up on her. However way they want to take it. 6996.
So, basically this helps the men then, right?
Of course.
So are you, Carlene, I mean the audacity of you. Listen to me, the audacity of you. Is it that what I hear you're saying that more men need to eat coochie because it's good for them, the men?
Good for them. Good for them. Good for them.
Oh, God. All right.
They know to what level it gets you. Especially if done right. And that girl, I go like, what is that name? And the thing crawl up the wall backwards. Conjunct. One of them horror movie.
What?
There's this horror movie and the dopey go into her and she crawl up the wall backwards.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, with a long blonde hair, black hair. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So it
Yes.
go up the wall.
Another one there where she come out of the TV. And other one there?
Yes. Same one. And she got.
But yeah, but for a long time, them a move, yeah, you know, from poltergeist days, way back in the day and thing and whatever. But we're talking about the men and so forth. But there's a lot of women who don't want to do it too. You know, these conservative Jamaican women and things. They don't want to do it to the men either, you know, so.
As again, most time they don't want to do it to the men if the men say them not gonna do it to them. Why? I would agree with them. If him not do it to you, you don't do it to him. It must
No. You just do a little quid pro quo thing. I'm saying we just you know very pointedly address the men who don't want to do it. No, we want to address the women who say them don't want to do it. Like what? Listen, when I was at UWI, you know, some of my students were older than me when I was lecturing at UWI. And I remember one of my older students, she came to me and she was in a crisis. She says, Dr. Stewart, my husband wants me to try this thing. And him said, they're Christian too, you know, and quote the scripture. The scripture said, what the husband and the wife do in the bed, the bed will remain undefiled. Meaning, you know, at them one private thing.
On the ground.
Right. No. Well, it's not just the bed. It's the idea is, you know,
right,
you can, you know, God not gonna kill you, you know, if the husband. So she's telling me that, you know, that, yeah, the Bible really said that. And she's like,
is it one of the 10 commandments?
No, but listen,
there you go.
Even though the Bible poor thing here, you know, and she asked me, you know, she said, but it just feels sinful to me, Dr. Stewart. You don't think it's sinful? So I said to her, I said, listen now, it's the wrong person you're asking about the Bible, you know. I would tell you, you know, all I know about the Bible is what I learned in Sunday school. So I am not an authority on the Bible. Yeah. But I you know, but I did say to her, whether or not you want to do this, you know, and agree to try it with your husband, he's right. It's phone of business. Whether I don't want to do it or don't do it, it's still phone of business.
Forgiveness like everything else.
I mean, ask a big forgiveness. What? Why would he ask?
No, because she's saying,
it's not a sin.
I thought that's what you said. She says it's wrong. So just like everything else that's wrong, we ask for forgiveness.
No, but you see, what I was explaining to her is that wrong is culturally taught, right? Because that is what she came with. Because a lot of people don't understand that right and wrong is learned, you know, and they think right and wrong is universal. But right and wrong is
right
learned.
To you might be wrong to me.
Exactly. What's right and wrong in Jamaica is the opposite in some other place. Else. But it's what you learn. So it's, you know, so it you know, so I had to have her to, you know, explain that process and thing, and is, you know, is so, you know, she, you know.
I can understand why a lot of women wouldn't want to do that, especially in Jamaica. Let me be clear. A lot of men aren't circumcised in Jamaica. And that little moldy ranking smell, nah go work. I mean, I think you should put no smell so in your mouth.
Oh, so true. Them
So
not circumcised now. They what you mean, under the skin or something?
Yes, so a lot of them not dirty and it's not an infection, but because them not clean the penis properly, you know, the skin hold back the little pee and them don't know for rub it off good, so it's not smell so good. And I don't think anybody should put anything in their mouth that's not smelling like pineapple.
So as a woman who, as somebody who know the woman doing this and whatever, it sounds to me like you're saying that a sour penis is just an absolute turn off. Right, a frownsy penis, frownsy penis.
Of course, and
frownsy
sometimes
wood,
frownsy hair.
Yeah. And the hair, yeah.
The hair good.
Yeah.
This bag of hair, and it has a, you know, it has sweat glands, so it sweats, so it smell a little. So, you know, you might choose not to go on this.
Smell a little. That is why the body generated hair there to hold the sweat. So it going smell. Right. It going smell. It going smell.
And in eating of anything, you don't want to smell sweat.
Well, that is true. That is true. That is true.
Right?
So what you think? You think Jamaican men need to, as a sign of respect to the women, particularly if these Jamaican men like when the women shave too, and you think Jamaican men need to shave their hair from around their penises too?
Most definitely.
But there are a lot of Jamaican men listening to you right now and say, no, Carlene, don't go there, say you're going too far. What you mean? Big man now shave no hair off of them wood right now. I want me to
shave it for you.
Eh?
Beg your woman shave it for you.
But a lot of Jamaican men would even know how to shave the hair off around them penis.
Beg the lady shave it for you. They can use the nair, the neat wax. It's offered at most of our spas here.
What you mean? That the man they must rub these things to shave off ear around them penis and shave them and shave off the ear. Them, you know, if them respect the woman, them I want the woman them get something nice and clean, don't it? Don't it?
Yes.
Okay.
So we can kiss up the top, the bottom, the side, the bars, and whatever else.
So there you have it, people. You know, Carlene, to all of the man them out the Carlene, I say, right, you know, the eye them for pre the possibility, say, on a shave off the ear them round on the instrument.
Man, it's someone in
as an effort to make the experience more comfortable for the lady who you're there with and who you do it with, enjoy the thing better. That is what Carlene saying. At a minimum, it sounds like you're saying they should cut down the ear at least, don't they?
At least, because some people don't know how to keep it clean.
Right.
Some people it's hard to keep. Remember, most of Jamaica nigga here, you know, it roll up.
Roll up and it roll up is sitting to right. But tell me something.
Yep.
You know, one of the other things we have talked about here and on this show is that I tell them some things and them shock and them say that I can't true. One of the things I tell them is that when I was a boy, it was considered sexy, very, very sexy. If you see woman pubic area peep out and them bathing suit and them panty or whatever, that was Carlene, I lie me I tell?
No, you're not lying, because that was the Stone Age coming over.
Did you just say Stone Age? No, well, those were the dinosauric times, right?
Yes. Well, then, remember, you forget how the swimsuit that used to look like running shop.
Me know, but well, I know. So I have made the argument that I am one of the Ian Boyne once accused me of being an extreme relativist, right? And him say, you're just so understanding of so many things. You need to take a stand. And I'm like, you know, no, I'm a cultural anthropologist. This is what we're trained to do.
Exactly.
You know, to explain different, you know, you can disagree with it, but you should be able to explain. So yeah, and we had these intellectual joustings and, you know, contestations and whatever. But one of the things that I tell you that I have changed with Carlene and some of my people them cuss me, my older listeners them. Even though I grew up with you know, this hair thing with women and whatever, I am a strong proponent of you know, cutting down that hair and thing like that and whatever. Because let me tell you something, man. Some of them people don't even understand, you know, back in the day when you're going at the living room and you have to cut down some bush and you have to cut down this and that are going and you have to make sure that bush not cut you, yes, and you have to skill in a Carlene because, hey, you ever get a paper cut yet? Right? You ever get a paper cut? Let me tell you something, man. Me can't tell you as a man, when ear cut you upon the top of your penis and not the normal, you know, you see, look what, bunny. So I am one of those who strongly advocate. I'm not force nobody for do nothing. We're all big people, so you do. But I strongly suggest that shaving one, and if you can't shave down there, cut down the ear and thing. What do you think about that proposal?
Of course, especially underneath where you know the tunnel leads to the lights and
Well, hold on. Did you say things. Underneath where the tunnel lead to the light?
Yes.
Carlene, you're killing me. You're killing me.
And let me tell you what is the other thing that why one of you have to shave.
Yeah.
Away from the penis now. Either you shave your beard or she shave her vagina. Because when the hair and the hair rub together, it don't smell good.
Oh, here and here not smell good. Okay.
No, the man mustache come smell a little weird. So we could have tell when a man go down on a girl where I have mustache.
What you say? When a man go down on a girl, you can't tell where you get a little whiff out of mustache and be like, yeah, man, he eat something recent.
The hair and the hair tangled together have a little smell. It's not stink, but it's distinct.
No, but hold on. But what if that man have a thorough shower, like a robust shower and thing?
When him showers, him now wash it out good, it don't come out.
It don't come out and thing.
No, him have to soap it. You know, him have to soap the mustache.
Oh, so you say that odor from that area can be, shall we say, quite resilient.
Yes, and vice versa with the woman. So she go home now to the husband and can smell that little smell that is not smelly. It's like when two, it would have more smell like, let me see if I can find it's like, I want to be clear so people, it smells more like a burnt tar.
A burnt tar? Burnt tar?
Yes, you know when tar.
Are you kidding me? What do you mean when tar burn?
Yeah, when you melting the tar to pour in the ground.
Yo, people, well, as we continue this conversation with Carlene, I just want to remind you, Carlene is right here on the Bridge 99 FM every Tuesday night from 10 p.m. until midnight. Again, every Tuesday night from 10 p.m. until on the bridge. On the Bridge, okay.
So on the Bridge is the name of my show.
Yes, what's Sex on the Bridge? SOB, right? Sex on the Bridge, right? So make sure and listen, Carlene, every Tuesday night. And do remember, The Fix is on every Thursday night in the same time slot, while I am here on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So make sure and listen, Carlene, on a Tuesday night and thing. But Carlene, we're going to take a break. Don't leave, okay? We're going to take a break. Okay. I will come back. I still have some, because you are all show tonight. I have some other questions where I need you to answer. We need a qualified voice to address these things. So people, stay tight. We're going to break. We'll soon forward.
The Bridge 99 FM.
The Bridge 99 FM. Caribbean vibes amplified.
Back in at the juggling, people. Back in at the juggling. Ragashanti live right as up on the Bridge 99 FM. And without it being planned, we have with us someone who is no stranger to any of you. Well, to most of you. We can't make that assumption now, no? We have some young ones out there. And think dancehall queen Carlene and thing, legend in the dancehall industry, but not only the dancehall industry, but Jamaica's entertainment landscape in its entirety and thing. Well seasoned, you know, she know the ins and outs of the thing and whatever. And I dare say also, I would say that she's also a sexologist. Just want to remind people that that is a bona fide profession. It's a bona fide qualification out there, and there are people who train extensively, to be a sexologist. And I think Carlene is a sexologist, I think. And I'm certainly a sexologist when it comes to, sexual matters relating to Jamaican culture. And we have the pleasure of having and talking to her tonight. And then again, before we continue the conversation, I want to remind you that she's here on Tuesday night from 10 p.m. until midnight in the same time slot on a Tuesday night. Sex on the Bridge, SOB, right? So make sure you tune into that and thing. Carlene, I mean, earlier you heard me say like Jamaica, the late Professor Shivans and Professor Nettleford, in Professors Shivans and Nettleford, they were, before they passed, they were exploring scholarship on contradiction in Jamaica, in the Jamaican cultural landscape and thing. And I don't know if you're familiar, but Professor Nettleford in particular, even Professor Siobhan, they've always advocated to teach culture in schools. The idea being, to make identity, and to make the elements of identity and be a part of the curriculum and thing, which I totally agree with. Professor Siobhan was an anthropologist like myself, and Professor Nettleford really was an anthropologist also because he studied culture and things. And the idea is that we need to understand ourselves as people, because when I went to school, I could tell you everything about King Henry and whatever, and who cut off Anne Boleyn head and what. They're not really teaching nothing about Africa. When really about slavery, that thing say, Africa is about, West Africa is just about slavery and whatever. And you're talking about the majority of the population being descended from Africans with a powerful worldview and cosmology and rituals and things. And so much of what we do is connected to our African part. But I am one of those who say this thing I want to fight violence and whatever. I don't really not approach it the right way, but I'm laying that groundwork to say that despite how savvy many of our bright people are in Jamaica, globally, they're savvy on global affairs and and their social commentary, they're quite articulate and thing, and they speak really well and all this stuff and whatever. There still remains a great ignorance about a lot of matters, some salient issues that we don't know a lot about. And one of them, the contradiction again, in such, Jamaica is such a highly sexualized society, but at the same time, we're just so ignorant about a lot to do with sex, and partly because we're not supposed to talk about it. We're not supposed to learn about it. Quick, let me get a quick mix up again. One time, you know a ring road up here, right? So I had they had given me an office over what we call the Peach Building, which was at that time was the new Mona School of Business. But I was in the Faculty of Social Sciences, Department of Sociology, Psychology, and Social Work. So to leave my office, I had to leave the Peach Building and cross Ring Road. So one day I'm coming out of the Peach Building, and there's this woman all the way over, in social sciences and thing, over to where my department is, in that 3-story building. And she's like, Dr. Stewart, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. I quickly assessed her and determined that, okay, upper middle class at best. Her complexion and thing, whatever. Her language suggests so and so, whatever, this and that. So I analyze her quick, make a quick profile and whatever. And then I said, Lord Jesus, a pepper, she come pepper me, and whatever. And usually I humor people like that, or if them pass them place, back in them days, I may cuss out them clot, or whatever. Or me just ignore them, or something, or me diss them directly, or me have a little indirect thing when me say, and them know say me diss them, and me just have some fun with them. So me have all this. So she come up and me and say, John, so me not in a mood for that woman right now, man, and whatever. And she come, I can't believe you're on the radio talking these things. I can't believe you're on the radio. And she gone and she started, because them time them I get it regularly, I can't believe you're on the radio talk. I'm stand up there and she, I can't believe you're there talking publicly. Publicly, but she kept saying publicly. So there was a narrative there. So I'm like, her issue is, I'm just kind of thinking, I'm saying, perhaps her issue is not really what I'm saying, but is that I'm saying it in public. So I said to her, so I got curious now, and I said, I could learn something from this woman. I go, Are you upset with the sex things I talk on radio, or are you upset with the sex? Are you just upset that I'm talking it on radio publicly? And she said, publicly, you're not supposed to be talking that in public. So it get juicy now. And I go, but why? What are you telling me that you don't discuss sex and whatever you don't think we should talk about? She said, no, I don't discuss sex. I mean, what do you mean you've never discussed sex at all? No. Hold on. I'm sure you've been having sex. Yes, I have children, which is interesting, because I asked her if she's having sex. She said, yes, she have children. Which somebody could say, well, if I have children, then it means that I have sex. But it could be that she's also saying, yeah, I have children because I had to engage in sex as a utilitarian process to get children, and that's what it's for, right? So, I'm processing this woman now, and I'm like, so when you and your husband talk about sex and whatever, or you learn from one another and thing, I want to, Carlene, the woman says, stop right there, sir. The woman says she and her husband married 30 a year. I think she said they have 3 children, married 30 a year. And Carlene, listen to me, the woman say, my husband and we have never discussed anything to do with sex.
He's correct.
Carlene, when I
So
tell you
nothing to discuss.
no, but I was shocked. And and at that moment, it was just unfathomable to me that you could be married and having sex with somebody, and this is the person you're most intimate with. This is the person you're most vulnerable with your nakedness.
No.
This is the person who you're most, in terms of psychic connection and whatever. And this person is inside him, is inside of her, and regularly and all these things. And they never, and I said, what you mean? And she said, no, when they do it, they don't talk about it. And when they do it, when them finish, they don't talk. And them never ever have any other conversation. But can you imagine that? And there are a lot of people like
probably,
that, Carlene. Them don't, they don't.
Probably not even ever seen each other naked.
No, well, them see each other naked. What I'm saying, them just don't talk about it.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, she might see the man naked and the man might never ever see her naked. She put on back the night to actually take it off.
Well, you have these people. But the point I'm making from all of this is that
never talk about it.
A lot of Jamaicans are still ignorant about sex. And that is why a lot of them get in trouble, because them don't know what them are doing certain kind of body not talk to them about certain things and whatever. Yeah. And when something come up, it's so novel and foreign to them, they become afraid of it, and it become like this frightening thing with and that is why Jamaica stay, because we're a fundamentalist Christian society from our Protestant indoctrination. So for many Jamaicans, it's come down to anything good, I God do it. Anything bad, the devil do it. Satan strong, So and that is why if them don't understand this and that about sex, it's the devil.
I wonder if you remember back in the 90s, because that's when I can really speak about. And they had all these go-go clubs.
Yeah.
Center Pole, Howies, Lady Pink, whatever they are.
Yeah.
Filled with only married men.
And it was mostly uptown man to them time there.
Because all uptown men.
Yeah.
Because them have these strict, boring wife where I go by the Bible or whatever doctrine or teaching they got. And these men were going to these very wild girls hopping off a pole upside down. Taking those teenagers there and doing whatever with it. And they went back home to their wife and pretend to the boring life. Because they knew where they were getting the excitement. And I can tell you this. I have heard many men who, conversate with Sean and, come to me with them little problem. I say, them eat them girlfriend, but they don't eat them wife. So she has to kiss up the kids.
No, but what I'm saying, you have some men who prefer that though,
The wife don't go down on them either, because she has to kiss up the kids.
Wait. But I don't.
They don't have oral sex together,
right?
Because his wife has to kiss up the kids.
But the wife brush her teeth, and clean her mouth.
I tell you, the darkness. But he has the girlfriend out the street. She do all the wild stuff.
Oh, so she
at home.
Oh, so the girlfriend can give him a blowjob and go kiss for her kids, but not him wife.
not his wife.
That is just so absurd.
Yes, and that was a lot of women who married and let's say them end up with a girl. The girl take with the husband from them, and you know, you and her argue or a cuss, and she say, "What?" And you say to her, "What you talk about? In bad punish," and she tell you outright, he's never done that to me. He would never do that.
Yeah, and the wife I said, "No, but he has never done that to me." But him out there do it.
Him don't do that, and him don't do that, and all I run down the mate. I tell her, no. The girl, I say, what? They said, this is a straight Burger King. It's not even the pickup is the drive-through. So a lot.
So this sexual revolution that I see have been going on because why me I tell you, Jamaicans have dramatically expanded their repertoire of sex activities across the board. Jamaicans, me, Ragashanti, are telling us, I do this something with them, I do this something with them, I do this something with them, I do this something with them.
Yeah, and they're a little too wild. Let me tone down a little bit.
What you mean, tone down a little bit? What you mean? No, this is interesting hearing that from you. What you mean? What you mean?
Everybody now is expert and videotaping themselves. I would wish they would stop doing that.
No, well, you see that videotaping thing, they know. Nothing wrong if you do it and you control yourself. Huh? But you know one thing I like to, you ever notice most of the video them will come out there, whatever, our woman I do? And
exactly.
It's
that's why I said I need to stop it. First of all,
no, I just want to burn out because it means the man them put it out there, you know.
Of course it is.
And the man them put it out there, and them not protect your woman.
Yeah, or the man, woman, because she gets into the phone because she hear about Mary.
Oh.
And I'm saying, if him not tape with for now 69.
Oh yes, at 69 I do if any record.
That's the only video going go. So if yours leak, mine's leak.
No, but so well, it depends on which side of the 69 the camera is. You know?
Come on, you put it in the middle.
Wait, you put it in the middle.
Yeah, remember them have the ring light and them have the phone stand.
What do you mean? We're gonna set up all of them something about ring light before the 69.
But these women, that's all they do. So set it up for the right thing. Because if you not catch you catch him, and I'll leave my tail.
No, but I'm telling you, it's just it's amazing to me how much Jamaica has changed in that regard in such a short time, in essentially one generation, in such a short time, like the change, you know, in terms of the sexual practices of Jamaican, it has changed dramatically in a short time. And again, and with that change has not been accompanied by reasoned, measured discourse on it, you know, to better understand it or to study it. And I don't even think the respective bodies that's supposed to regulate or to understand what's going on in society, I don't think they even realize how pervasive this thing is and how important it is. Just because of the same thing where them like, oh, it's just like no man's land, no woman's land, we're not supposed to go over there, whatever. You know, there is so much that could be explained about Jamaica, you know, through, you know, better understanding, you know, the elements of the Jamaican collective's sexuality, you know, the different layers and the different hues and so forth. And think there's so much
and
more
background.
Exactly. And it is so, before I left Jamaica, this pastor, this church, right? The woman them are lash out against the church sister them because them now wear them skirt below the knee. The younger people must say, but after I like where I walk naked, nothing wrong if the skirt of your dress is a little bit above your knee. So there was this debate.
What can you see from there?
Right, you know, so there's this big debate. So it's not even like it short and tight up, you know. It's just that it must still be below the knee.
Yeah.
And so there's this cadre of women who are leading this charge that, you know, the pastor need to insist on all attendees, where the woman, female attendants wearing their garments below the knee. Carlene, say, when that the precare go on now, I saw one of them come pinch me and say, when them they tell you that Raga, ask them about, and them tell me a name. I'm say, what go on this? Them say, just ask them about, and Mama say, you have to tell me. So them tell me. The pastor breed one woman out the road, right? And the woman now is a dancehall ghetto woman, and she not take no chat from nobody and whatever. And she make a pastor know say, yo, you have a mind to pit now. So the church sister them now, them are protect the pastor. But they are protecting the pastor in the way that the pastor, when the pastor go over there, the woman yard, go sort her out and get him look at thing and whatever. And they know. So when me go to them, I said, and them after them edge on them come on, I said, well, it's true. But I say, you don't think you're being hypocritical? I tell the people, the young lady, them say, they must wear them so and so below the knee. But you there condone the pastor go have sex out there with him outside, baby mother, and him married and have children. Well, I not hear what them say. Them say, what he is, him get him calling from God, and what he has done for God and done for this community far outweighs some of his indiscretions, and God understand him imperfection and things. Some say, oh, so God understand him. Say the church money, at them organize the whole thing, forget the church money. Every time money is sent to the woman, at them do it. At them do it. Say the pastor go over there, go shell her out and thing and whatever, she shell him out, whatever. And they know when the pastor go over there, and them don't tell the pastor why.
But remember, I told you, a lot of things that they've done is because they're hiding the truth from what they're doing.
Hypocrisy.
So them lick out on this, them lick out on that. Remember, I start the program to tell you, they're hypocrites. And because they're doing the thing, they're trying to make you think you don't know.
Right,
you keep telling me the same thing because you know what you're doing, so you're trying to convince me that it's not so. So you're trying to prove that, no, that's wrong, because you're doing it.
Carlene,
and this
one woman,
Jamaica is.
She's Jamaican, but she's up here now, but she's Jamaican. And she said, every time she get oral sex, she said it's the sweetest thing in the world. But she said every time she get it when the man gone, she cry. Hold on. She said, hold on. No. She said she cry and she beg God forgiveness.
Okay.
Well,
why?
No. But she said every time she, in other words, she not stop it, But she said every time it done, she cry and she beg and she pray to God and beg God forgiveness and what. But she still do it all long and whatever. Yeah. But these are examples of this type of this ignorance and this tension that exists in matters related to sex, unresolved. Well, me don't know that much in terms of what taught to her. I don't know that part.
No, taught to her to say, this is wrong, don't do it.
Well, yeah.
This is nasty, this is unclean, this is all the bad things. So she build up that, but still, like a crackhead, she can't let it go.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, there are these people engaging in all these things where they're having a lot of fun, and it is just blowing their mind, pun intended, blowing their mind, and they're enjoying it. But at the same time, they were told, at the same time, they were told to feel bad about it because it's wrong. So there's all these people doing all this stuff that they're enjoying that they think is wrong. Can you imagine what kind of turmoil is going on in people's head, right? Because it's not talked about and discussed so them can learn about it and all these things.
And ladies, find a man who can find that ball that's inside of the clit. Find a man.
Hold on. Inside of the clit or inside of the vagina?
Nope, inside of the clit. It's like a blick of ball is in there, and if you find it enough.
Inside of the clitoris?
Inside of the clitoris. Some people want long out, some people short. But if you rub it long enough, he's like a little ball. Find a man, ladies, who can find that little ball.
No, but from what I've read, is it direct stimulation of that? It can be a little overly sensitive and so.
That is after 10.
That is
That is after 3.
after what?
That is
After what?
after 3 comes.
After.
And let me tell you, even after 10, if him just slowly go back at it, it comes,
Okay.
curl over.
Okay. Well, you're teaching me, because I am woefully ignorant about these things myself.
You know. As I tell you, any day you find the one that has the pineapple, the peach, and the mango flavor all in one.
You can't find somebody for me. I need somebody to broke me out. Somebody nice, attractive, and whatever. And who could be gentle with little ragga. What you say? You can't find somebody.
Yes. Tell me the height, the age, and the complexion.
Hey, when you're Jamaica, you boss me.
Tell me the age, the height, and the complexion. You know what? Nobody to go style for you. Next thing you know where you are, she go sit down.
Right. Poor Ragga don't know these things.
Yes.
None of them
Come to the edge of the bed, through the man tell you that no, she drop off over your face. Emergency.
Oh God! Then well,
you never know. Said the 69 say she must be at the bottom, you at the top.
Then well, so Carlene, so when I time now. Me I run joke. This was years ago, so me I run joke and me I say, yo, you see, anytime you're a woman work and you see she raise up. You see, from she raise up and we say, what we say in Jamaica, like, you catch up her ear, right? You see, anytime that woman raise up and you see she goes and start fix her ears. What the woman them call her something that we will hear, scringy. Right. Scrungy. All right. You see, anytime somebody make the joke, say, yo, you see, if you work, and you see a woman raise up and then she goes so and drop her ear and tie her scrunchie, you know it's on, You know so that woman never put it on for you. Then Carlene, then say right after that, a woman call and say, Ragga, and a woman alone do that, Somebody say, somebody kind of last. Somebody say, what you mean? She say, Ragga, then when the rest of them are going to give a good eat, them tie them not in a ponytail to it, and nearly dead. I nearly dead. Me I say, what? She say, yeah. When the rest of them, when the mother them like when them locks come down, so them just tie up them not in a ponytail and get to work and thing or whatever. Hey, and so and all rest of them eat meat. Some of them eat meat. I'm just saying.
Remember, some of them don't eat it.
Right.
They just lick it.
Right. No, like a while ago, yeah, so them a lick out. So yeah, so them a lick out, and when them lick out, them not lick out down.
Yeah. So they're not eating it, so that's not considered eating meat.
Oh God. But it's great that we can have a discussion about this and also laugh with it, because one of the reasons why I like you have a healthy, vibrant, energetic sense of humor like myself right here. And you're not overly serious like many of these Jamaican. So them love teeth dancehall. Like, oh, the dancehall people, them all talk about them knowing no king teeth, whatever. Yo, nobody no more overly serious and anal retentive than these so-called intellectual elites, in Jamaica,
They're the ones.
Them worse than dancehall or whatever them,
Dancehall happy because most of who in a dancehall are come. Not for them women, they never have an orgasm in their life. They need to take some of them and
Carlene, are you saying that most of these women who are critiquing people from the working class neighborhoods of Jamaica about what they think is their they never had an orgasm? Them don't have a good cum?
Never. And if them even did get one, them not get no more, and so them walking stiff.
I have, no, I'm troubling about that already. Me say, say a lot of these people who are going to, they've never had good sex, and they can't have good people who have good sex, and them something they are no good sex. Certain things don't bother them.
Nothing bothers me. Nothing. Happy. And Ragga, I've never used a rabbit or a bunny or none of those things.
Well, no, stop telling me lies. I
swear on my life.
You have never used a rabbit or a vibrator or something like so?
I've never used none of the above. I've never used a toy. my fingers, I like the connection with my hand.
With your fingers, so you use your fingers and
Yeah.
thing and whatever.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this conversation, we could continue this for a while, don't it? People, this is Carlene, the dancehall queen, no stranger to many of you. Again, want to remind you that her show is right here on the Bridge 99 FM every Tuesday night from 10 p.m. until midnight. And I invite you to listen to it. It's fun, right? It's risque.
Yes,
it's edgy, but it's playful. And
it's tantric.
Right. It's what? Tantric. I like that.
Yeah.
Right. So make sure you want to listen and thing. And remember, it's radio, so you can listen anonymously. Right? You can't hide and listen to. All right. So
they can send voice notes in, so they don't even have to call. They can just send a voice note and put the rag over their mouth.
See all right.
And happy birthday to my sister Lorraine and Pinky. I love you.
Boy, Pinky, big up yourself. You know, so the last time I said Pinky years ago at La Rousse, you know. Pinky, big up yourself and big up your other sister Lorraine. Take care of yourself and
Yeah.
take. Carlene, Ragashanti, love you. You're my friend and thing. Big up yourself and take me sitting and thing, all right? Enough blessings and protection, all right? It goes some
yes, and I'll be listening on Friday.
All right, proper thing. You know, they're going to call him about the conversation that we did have with Carlene. Watch out, say Friday, they're going to call him about it. All right, blessings, man. Take care. Yeah? All right. People, want to thank you for hanging out with me again. Want to thank Carlene and things. This was a nice little discussions and whatever. We'll go ups or rounds or whatever we carry the discussion on about or whatever. But it was a common theme. We had a nucleus to the discussion. Of course, it was sex related. No surprise there. You know, when you're having a conversation with Carlene, who is uninhibited about her opinions on this matter, rightly so. All right. Big up on yourself and thing. I'll be back on Friday. Do remember Friday in the afternoon at 12 p.m. Jamaica time, 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time, over on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Ragashanti TV. Wait name over YouTube, Ragashanti TV. Wait name over YouTube, it name Ragashanti TV. You have the thing named Free Up, the realest Jamaican talk show and thing hosted by yours truly, Ragashanti, live. So make sure you tune in on that 12 midday Friday, and again 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time. Take care of yourself, people. Tristan, big up yourself down there in Jamaica. Enough respect, technical operator and thing like that. Bless up on yourself, people. Take care of you and yours. I'll see you on Free Up, Ragashanti TV, over YouTube this Friday, 12 o'clock Jamaica time, 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time. Take care of yourself, people. Out the road.
One Jamaica, looking at the bigger picture. The Bridge 99 FM, the Caribbean's cultural capital.